Hello, Buddhas. It's Sunday morning that I'm filming this video. I'm going to try and get some great content out to you lined up for the next couple days and weeks. And I actually just wanted to start today off on a fairly light subject, which is lineups. Now, we are very well trained from young ages to get in line and stay quiet and be good little kids. And it has turned out to be an extremely useful skill in the last year or so because there seems to be lineups for everything everywhere constantly, especially when you're lining up multiple feet apart from people. You want to make sure that you're not butting and being that guy. Now, that being said, lineups can get a little, I guess the word would be addicting, where I was in a situation last night where everyone was lined up to go to the first cash register in the grocery store, okay? Every single person in the grocery store seemed to be lined up down this one hall. It was like 100 feet long, one lineup. And right beside that is the self-checkout, and there was no one in line for the self-checkout. So instead of going to the end of that line and waiting to check out, which would have been silly, I went to the first available self-checkout register and started checking myself out. As soon as I did that, someone also asked the people in the line, like, hey, are you guys in line for this cash or self-checkout? And they're all like, the first couple people like cash, and the rest of the people were like self-checkout. But that's a totally different line. So as soon as I started using it, the other guy came over and is like, there's nobody here. And then that entire line moved over so that they were actually in line for the self-checkout, which is what most of the people were looking to do, because that primary line was for cash-only payments. Wow. People, wake up a little bit. It's not about having a spiritual awakening. It's about having an eye awakening. Use your eyes. Don't just fall in line with what everyone else is doing, okay? I think the whole shtick of there was a game about lemmings and you try to make them fall off a cliff. Yeah, just because everyone else is jumping off the cliff doesn't mean that you should jump off the cliff too, unless you've done your research and you think that that is the right move for you to make. Go off the cliff if that's what you desire. But all day, every day, just following the direction of the other sheeple, the people who are not awake, is not serving anybody. So what I'm trying to get at here is that regardless of your level of wokeness, okay, because it seems like the internet is all about that right now, and I'm in on it, but come on, you don't need to be woke in order to use your eyes in order to look around and see, okay, what do I want to do? I want to check out at the grocery store. And what's the most reasonable way to do that? Getting in line at the longest line just because it seems to be where everyone else is isn't helping anybody. So, ask and ye shall receive, I think is what this comes down to. We are trained so rigorously not to ask, just to follow and get what we are given, to get what we deserve. Right? Oh, if I'm a good boy, I'll deserve some ice cream after dinner for dessert. Come on. Maybe that worked when you were 8, but now that you're an adult, you need to start thinking for yourself. And I personally believe this is something that I've been doing my entire life, which has gotten me in trouble when I was a kid. It was the thinking for myself and the pointing out the stupid. Because when you point out the stupid, the adults get upset because they didn't notice it, and then they think that you're making fun of them, but you're not. You're actually just being like, why can't we do this? And then your phone runs out of storage because you've been shooting too many videos and you have to fix that. But then you come back because you know that you have something to say. And ultimately, adults don't like being told what they're doing is wrong, okay? That's like fundamental child how-to 101 there. Don't tell an adult they're doing something wrong because they're gonna get all butthurt about it. However, now that we are all adults here, you're doing things wrong. And stop feeling the shame and the guilt for potentially doing stuff wrong, and stop feeling the shame or the guilt for getting in the way or doing something that doesn't conform directly. Like, if you're not causing anyone any actual direct harm, you're fine, okay? Go ahead and take the cash register because that's the one that's open and everyone else is being a goofball. Your actions actually indicate to other people their mistakes. And because they're in a state of just followship, that's what I call it, where all they're interested in doing is following whoever looks like the best leader, well, then they're going to follow you and they're going to be kicking themselves a little bit and then going through whatever in their head about, wow, I did not see that, blah, 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 that guy butted, etc. But like, again, you get to decide if you give a rat or not about that. Me, personally, really don't care. Now, if there's a group of people lined up for something and I just go to the front and I say, screw you guys, I'm first here because I'm the only human in the entire universe that matters, come on, that's being a bit of a douche, right? Because ultimately we still have to get along with our subconscious, and entirely shafting it is not going to be the right call. So, at the end of the day, keep in mind what you believe. Because I believe that we're in a place full of followers who are looking for leadership. And that leadership is right in front of them, and that leadership is you. Because being aware of what's going on is the first step in the journey. And these little things, these little happenstances that are ultimately irrelevant, are indicators that you're on that step. So keep going, keep up what you're doing, and do it from a place of love. Don't do it from a place of hate, and you'll be fine, okay? So, like, comment down below if there's anything that resonated with you, or if you've had any similar experiences of watching people just be lemmings and then showing them what's up. And until the next time, we will see you later. Peace.